What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. HD back with another WoW reaction. And in our 3-part trilogy series, it's not really what it is. I just shot all these videos in the same day and I wanted to laugh. So you're not seeing them all on the same day, but I definitely shot them all on the same day. Batch recording, YouTube secret. But we go do some more bloopers and botches, man. Why not? Let's give it one more run. But listen, we not gonna keep picking on WWE. All right, we picked on WWE in the first couple of videos. Now we about to get all up in that AEW ass. That ain't sound right. I ain't even like how that came out my mouth. I ain't even like how that. Let me just stop talking. Let's just get into the video. AEW funniest botches. Let's get it.
In 2019, it provided fans
WrestleMania. I like this channel.
That wasn't run by Vince McMahon. Over the next few years, AEW managed to create some incredible matches and moments, and they have truly created stellar competition to the WWE. Although there's been a lot
themselves right now
in relation to the creation of AEW, there's also been some huge botches that inexperience of the AEW.
What is he doing? What is he hitting?
Their roster. But which times were they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 of the funniest AEW.
What did I just see? Of all time, these got to be good. It's been 3 years. 3 years worth of botches.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
Okay.
Number 10, Jade Cargill forgets to kick out. Jade Cargill has been one of the homegrown stars that has achieved great success since the inception of AEW.
She's undefeated though.
Although Jade has been presented incredibly well since her television debut
when did this happen?
It's clear that she still needs time to develop in the ring. This was clear when
she's
Jade
gotten
faced
way
off
better
against the Bunny on 23rd February 2022's edition of Dynamite.
Oh, that was this
During
year.
The match, the Bunny went for a running elbow smash, and once it connected, she went for the cover. Rather awkwardly, Jade forgot to kick out. This led to AEW referee Aubrey Edwards almost making the 3 count. It was a terrible botch, and the AEW commentary team struggled to cover it up. Legendary commentator Jim Ross would declare that Jade had a brain fart, which certainly brought humor to the unfortunate mishap.
No, what? Jim Ross stayed doing that bullshit. You're not supposed to point that out on TV, Jim. Like, I know he knows that. Like, who am I to tell him? But come on, man. You're burying your own product. Jim that's all he did for like the first, until now. That's all he does. He just buries the product. He's crazy. He don't care.
Matt Hardy's elbow drop.
He don't bury the product or the company like Phil Brooks does, though. That was a different level of burying the company.
AEW have enjoyed
just to
using
be clear,
ex-WWE talent for major storylines, and one of these WWE ex-talents has been Matt Hardy. Although Matt's contribution to the world of pro wrestling
hurts himself.
His lumberjack match against Orange Cassidy in late 2021 is certainly one of his most infamous moments. During the match, Matt went for an elbow drop on Cassidy, but he missed the elbow by quite a substantial distance. According to Matt, this was a planned spot, but it looked truly awful upon execution and made little to no sense. Matt got extremely defensive when fans started calling out the botch, as well as Matt's lame rationale as to why it took place. It wasn't a good look for one half of the Hardy Boys. Number 8, Mike Tyson can't rip his shirt off. One of the most forgettable feuds since AEW's debut has been the feud between Chris Jericho and Mike Tyson.
I literally forgot that happened. Speaking of forgettable, I literally forgot this happened.
Of using Tyson was to get a few extra eyes on AEW's product.
It was smart because they had just started.
From Tyson's appearance, nor did it lead to any new fans watching AEW's product. But one of the issues with Tyson's involvement was that he is aged rather substantially, and he didn't look as intimidating as the former boxing legend once did.
Shit.
That doesn't mean that I want to get in the ring with him.
Right. The fuck? You better hope he don't hear this.
2020 on Dynamite, and during this segment, Jericho was trying to...
You know, Mike still want the smoke. You saw him whip that... Yeah, Mike ain't playing. He don't look intimidated. Look at that man. Think I'm going to fuck with that grizzled old man? He looked like he'll rip somebody. He will literally bite your ear off right now. Why would you play with him?
Tyson proceeded to rip his shirt off. Or at least he tried to. Hilariously, Tyson couldn't rip off his shirt, and it was super awkward as Jericho and the rest of his Inner Circle stable just watched on. In the end, Tyson gave up on the attempt to remove his shirt and began to pose in a rather comedic manner. Number 7, the worst punches in pro wrestling history. On the
Stone
12th
Cold Steve
episode of
Austin?
AEW
Is it Stone
Dynamite,
Cold
the
Steve
main
Austin?
event featured
No.
SCU taking on the Young Bucks, and once the match was over, the Dark Order took to the ring.
It's the only thing Stone Cold didn't do good was
During
punches.
the early days of the stable, AEW filled the stable with random jobbers wearing masks as they hadn't yet worked out who they wanted in the stable. These extra members would be known as creepers. And during this beatdown, the camera cut to one of the creepers
I
delivering
forgot
one
about
of the
that.
worst punches in pro wrestling history. None of the punches were making contact.
Oh.
The wrestling business at the highest level. The botch received major criticism from fans as it just showed how far behind AEW was in comparison to WWE. Number 6,
I remember that. He got so much heat for that backstage, or on the internet, I mean. He got a lot of heat for that. And nobody really knew who it was. I still don't quite know who it was because he had a mask on. I hope he never shows his face because that was embarrassing for the whole business.
Arn Anderson falls off the stage. Now, Arn Anderson
What?
found a new lease of life in AEW as a manager for Cody Rhodes. It was great to see Anderson receive some major spotlight.
It was
and
really
put
his
him
gun
alongside
promo
Rhodes was
that
a
did it.
great role for the wrestling legend. One of Anderson's more humorous moments took place in late 2021 on Dynamite. As Cody was making his entrance, Anderson fell off the stage.
Oh my
Although this could
God.
have been serious, Anderson was completely fine.
Oh, thank
The
goodness.
humorous part of it was
Who?
that Cody was set to take part in a brawl with Andrade on the ramp, and when Anderson fell, Andrade's manager had to check if Anderson was okay and help him up. Number 5, the Super Elite Powerbomb. Botches can happen at any time.
I would have left his ass there.
And to those
He
wrestlers
aight.
that fans may consider as masters
Oh,
of their craft.
come on. That's Kenny
The
and
second
Pac.
anniversary
Oh,
of the show
no.
at AEW Dynamite, the Super
Oh,
Elite
no.
teamed up to face Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and the Jurassic Express.
Come on, man. Kenny
One of the
Omega and
most notable
Pac?
spots in the match saw the Super Elite attempt to perform a Super Powerbomb on Luchosaurus, but it was a complete failure. As Kenny
Really?
Omega attempted to lift Luchosaurus up, he stumbled and it ended up looking like a sit-down powerbomb. There was then a mixture of laughter and boos from the live crowd, who were clearly trying to understand how a simple and seemingly silly spot of that nature could go.
You ain't the Shield. Yo. I don't even think Moxley was in the company then. Maybe he was. But damn, bro. You ain't the Shield. There's no Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. That's Roman Reigns' spot. Kenny Omega in as strong as Roman Reigns, even though one person should be able to do the power bomb on his own. But hey, who am I to judge? I probably could lift him up, so I'm gonna stop talking.
Go horribly wrong. Number 4, Luchosaurus forgets his spot.
Oh, God,
Luchosaurus
poor
has attained
Luchosaurus.
somewhat of a reputation for having some rather unique botches.
Yo, he
The
just
worst of these
kicked-
was without a doubt when he wrestled Cesar Bononi on a dark episode in 2021. Cesar would run at Luchosaurus and both would awkwardly stop. It then looked like Luchosaurus was going for a chokeslam, while Cesar backed away. Taz on commentary called the botch by stating, "Oh, Nelly, Nelly," which was rather amusing. Luchosaurus then began to call the match on the fly by audibly telling Cesar what to do, and if this wasn't obvious enough,
Oh,
he
no.
pointed at which rope he wanted him to run at. It was amateur hour for everyone involved, and it was shocking that AEW actually left it in and allowed the botch to be seen by all of their fans. Number 3, Matt Seidel slips.
Oh, man,
On
that's
the
just...
All Out
Oh, I remember this. His
2020
debut.
featured the AEW debut
I remember
of Matt
this.
Seidel, but
Yeah,
sadly
in
his,
his
debut is known
debut.
for one of the most infamous botches in AEW
Terrible.
history.
It's the most
As
infamous
Seidel went
botch.
for his trademark shooting star press, he slipped and performed
Oh,
a
God. He
back
almost
bump.
decapitated
Seidel,
himself.
as well as the rest of the AEW locker room,
God.
would make light of the situation, and it was even played off as a comedic botch rather than a serious one on the Being the Elite show. Here it was justified by saying that the ropes were greasy, which is why Seidel had the rare yet unfortunate mishap.
Damn.
Number 2, Jim
That
Ross
could
forgets
that
what
could have ended
company he
so
works
badly.
for. Jim Ross is well established as being one of, if not the greatest wrestling announcer of
He
all
is the
time.
greatest. Wait a minute. Who's better? The JR. Gorilla Monsoon, Vince McMahon. I mean, Bobby Heenan, he was a better manager than commentator, even though he was good at both. Don't get me wrong. Who is better than Jim Ross? Why is this that's not a debate. He's literally the voice of our childhoods and our adulthoods. Like, who's better than Jim Ross? Honestly, answer that in the comments. Is there a better commentator in the history of pro wrestling than Jim Ross? Because I say absolutely not. Now, is he a little old and now and you know what I mean? Little bitter, I don't even want to call him bitter. He just knows wrestling a certain way. And it's not that way, especially in AEW anymore. So is he, he might bury the product from time to time or often, but that's not the point. The point is he's the greatest of all time when it comes to calling wrestling matches, period.
but even JR has his off days. JR has
A
made
lot
a
of them
number of
nowadays.
botched calls since taking on the role of AEW commentator, and most of these have involved accidentally name-dropping his former company, WWE.
He does that so much.
Alex Marvez may have been there as well to the WWE champion Kenny Omega.
Nope.
The worst of
That's
this
not
took place
right.
in the summer of 2021, as JR was promoting tickets for going on sale for an AEW event.
Damn it.
And he would claim that there's nothing in your life that will top seeing a live WWE Dynamite.
Nothing in your life that will top seeing a live WWE Dynamite.
He would take to Twitter to apologize.
Damn
Thankfully,
it.
most fans as well as AEW talent saw the funny side of JR's audible botch. And number one, the explosion.
He's just old,
Now, the main event
man.
of Revolution pay-per-view in 2021
He's just
saw Kenny
old.
Omega and John Moxley square off in an exploding barbed wire death match. The rules of the match were that the sides of the ring were covered in barbed wire and would explode upon impact. Additionally,
I
after
like to
30
forget
minutes,
this.
the entire ring would explode. After Kenny Omega's victory, he along with the Good Brothers would handcuff Moxley in the ring, meaning he wouldn't be able to escape when the ring exploded. Eddie Kingston would then run down to the ring to protect Moxley from any harm. The so-called explosion went off and hardly anything happened. Some lousy fireworks went off and Kingston had to hilariously sell this explosion as if it was lethal. It was a terrible botch from AEW's production team. After the show went off the air, Moxley responded to the live crowd's disappointment by stating,
Kenny Omega may be a tough son of a bitch, but he can't make an exploding ring worth of shit.
That's facts. That's facts, Moxley, because, man, that was just a head shaker. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I remember it vividly, and I was watching, like, why is Eddie Kingston hugging John Moxley while some 4th of July sprinklers are going off in a smoke machine? I don't understand what the threat is here, but it happened, and that's what we got. And I think that's probably the worst botch of all time in AEW, because that was just horrible. That was pretty fucking bad. Like, it's been some pretty bad botches in that company. I mean, Jim Ross calling the company WWE multiple times is probably, definitely up there. I would maybe number 2 is accurate. You know what I mean? But it was a good list. It was a good list, and we got to make fun of AEW, all in lighthearted, good fun. You know what I mean? Everybody makes mistakes, man. So I don't want to be too hard on the wrestlers. Obviously, can't even really call stuff botches. Yeah, I mean, it's more just bloopers than it is botches, because you jumping off of top ropes and doing all this crazy flips and moves all the time. You gonna fuck up sometimes, and the cameras are always rolling usually. So always rolling usually. That made no sense, but you know what I meant. It's your boy, Mr. HD. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. I don't know where we at with the subs right now, but we need one more, and that one more should be you. So if you're not subscribed already, hit that button, man, and we'll see you on the next video. Deuces.